Myles Skelly was absolutely incredible against Monaco in the Champions League. So we're going to be looking at that performance, analysing him, and just talking about how good he is in that left-back role. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. Also, hitting the like button is always greatly appreciated too. So if you could do that, thank you very much. So let us start here. First action of Skelly receiving a pass from feet of William Saliba, and I just want to show you, look at that body language straight away, looking where Declan Rice is looking to go forward. Very, very underrated. Many other youngsters probably would have played it back, played it sideways, but just look at the confidence here. Receives it, then takes two players out of the game. You know, it is very, very underrated here, you know, to take those many players out of the game. And look at this sort of pitch he's opened up. He's got Marino out to his left, he's got Declan Rice to feet. It was just absolutely incredible, this as your first proper action on the ball, inverting, receiving, and the positive shape of his body to get away from those two markers. We've got another example here, face on with Kivior. Maybe again, you would expect Skelly to play it back to Kivior, play it back to Saliba. All of these things, if he did this, would we blame him? No, he's a young player, big game, proper Champions League debut, showing the people what he's got. But the thing he did was absolutely incredible. Turns his body, faces forward, looking at the whole pitch now. And he's just got only one thing in his mind. He's thinking, okay, I'm in a great position here. Can I find a sort of pass that's going to get us onto the attack? And it very, very much does. Look at the pass into the feet of Declan Rice. And look at the space Declan Rice has now. 1, 2, 3 Monaco players out of the game. Rice can then play it out wide, which he does. And we can go on our way. As a youngster, to do this on a Champions League night, in a game where we really had to win to put us in the driving seat of automatic qualification, it was really, really brave, bold from Skelly. And it's probably one of my favourite things about him. He's confident, he's courageous, he'll try things. He isn't scared to mess up because he backs himself that much. He's thinking, you know, I'm not going to mess this up. I'm going to be brilliant. I'm going to play a ball into the feet. My body shape is always going to be positive. I'm going to try and get us on the front foot. And it's really, really good stuff. Here is another example of Skelly. Just foot on the ball. That pauser, as a youngster to have pauser, it is very, very impressive. You know, the sort of shape of his body here, waiting, baiting the Monaco players in. He does that. And I want to show you now, the red dot is where he was initially. And look where he advances. Takes a striker out of the game. Minamino as well, the other guy that was near him. Maybe not Minamino, it was the number 8 actually, who was near him, out of the game too. Really, really good. From this position, he finds himself in this position. It is what you want to be seeing from a youngster. Bold, brave, driving with the ball, opening up the pitch. Really, really good stuff. And of course here, I love this from Skelly. We often think the left back, you know, stay wide, maybe stay more to the left, don't be fluid. But Skelly, he had the license to be fluid. Arteta had that much trust in him that he said, okay, you move around, you see where the spaces are, you come deep, you come in the forward areas. If there's space there, you go and do it. And Skelly certainly did that. A lovely cute ball into the feet of Jesus. You'll see marked in red is the ball. Just look at that. Look at the players in the way of Skelly, and he still manages to find this ball to feet to Jesus. We should have made more of this opportunity, but it's really, really brave from Skelly to try that pass into the feet of Jesus. It was accurate, it was beautifully weighted, and it was really, really good from him. Obviously, a lot of us want to know that goal. That goal was all pretty much due to Myles Skelly, the press resistance that this kid has. He's so young, but he's so strong. Baits the Monaco player, the number 8. I think it was Achuche. It may have been Achuche. I'm sorry if I've butchered it. But let's just talk about Skelly here. His body shape, the way he's hunched down, it's how he protects the ball so well. Moussa Dembele of Tottenham Hotspur, obviously we hate Tottenham players, but he was really, really good at this, protecting the ball, then driving. Skelly did this. Look, baits the Monaco player in, goodbye, bang, out of the game. Now the pitch is opened up. Now the player in front of Skelly now has to come and press him, but this is where the quality lies in Skelly. Beautiful ball into the feet of Jesus, and he knew the pauser is there. He thought, okay, when the Monaco player comes near me, I can now release it. These sort of things, you can't just teach it to any player. You either have it or you don't. And just seeing the progression of this from Skelly, baits the Monaco player here, gets away from him, goodbye. Baits another Monaco player in, okay, now I'll release the ball. And obviously here we can see Gabriel Jesus receives it really nicely. Great ball into Saka. Saka taps it in. But that whole move was due to Skelly. Absolutely incredible. Just beautiful stuff from Skelly. The confidence, the maturity, the ability, the resistance. everything that we want to see from an attacking sort of left back stroke midfielder, Lewis Skelly showed it. And to be so young, to be so courageous to do it, I'm forever going to be in awe of this performance. I think we all saw Lewis Skelly is capable of doing fantastic things. So here we are with another action from Myles Lewis Skelly, receiving the ball from David Raya. Look at the players around him, really boxed in. 1, 2, 3, 4 Monaco players in and around him. Yeah, look, we could expect him to go backwards here. We could expect him to boot the ball up the pitch. But the composure shown, my word, Myles Lewis Skelly as an inverted left back, predominantly a midfielder, to drive. He just knows when to time when he drives with the ball. And to have this as a youngster is very, very underrated. You know, the timing of the drive, the timing of the release of the pass. Myles Lewis Skelly in this game had it all. Look at how he just skips through and he's in. It's as simple as that. 4 players in and around him, and I want to show you how many players are out of the game through that simple drive. That's 3 already out of the game. That's 4 out of the game. To have this as a youngster, to have this in the Champions League, the big night, it is just so special. And for me, I made a video earlier, a lot of people didn't agree with me. I said, why don't we start Myles Lewis Skelly against Fulham? And this performance today showed he has the ability, the confidence to have started against Fulham, because he just backs himself so much. The only thing you can ask for from a manager is to have a player be confident, not afraid to make mistakes, because they back themselves so highly. And Lewis Skelly here driving the ball, it was just absolutely unreal, taking players out of the game. And it's one of his many qualities. He has timing of the pass, he has driving with the ball, he has confidence to know when to do those sort of things as well. He's strong. He's really got the fundamentals to thrive physically on the highest nights, on the best nights. And Saka said it in the interview after the game. Myles Lewis Skelly belongs at this level. He does belong at this level. The sort of things we saw from him today just shows he's almost played this level for the whole of his career. It was so good. But let us get on to my favourite move from Myles Lewis Skelly of the game. It was simple, but it was so courageous. Here, David Raya plays the ball into the feet of Myles Lewis Skelly. But look at the way the Monaco players come and press him. He baits them. He says, okay, I'm ready for you. He has that stiff arm. A lot of midfielders don't have this stiff arm, the ability to just dangle out of arm and keep the opponent at arm's length without fouling them. Myles Lewis Skelly had it against Monaco. He's had it for his whole career, the ability to use his arm to press array their opponent. But just look at what he does. He plays it into Declan Rice. And you think, okay, that's nice, Myles Lewis Skelly. He spotted Declan Rice in space. A really nice little reverse ball into Rice. But that's not it. Rice decides, okay, let me play that ball back to Myles Lewis Skelly. Awkward position now. Here, maybe he's going to boot it to the left of him, to the right of him, recycle. No, what we see is a very nice little drive into the pitch. And then a ball into the feet of Thomas Partey.